Hello again. Welcome to the second video in this series about the world of Dowsett. If you didn't watch the first video, the idea here is to go through a series of writing prompts using the Deck of Worlds and Story Engine deck to help us flesh out a world. See what we So, in the intro video, we determined a few things that were true about Dowsett in general. It's a world of guardians. It was once decimated by plague, religiously diverse, and a huge festival is about to take over the world in celebration of recovery from this plague. And so we're going to start with the first prompt today. This is from a site called worldanvil.com. They have a fantastic tool for world building, and they also have a great community around world building. And one of the things that they do a lot of is a lot of challenges, and so they'll challenge their community members to answer particular prompts or accomplish certain writing goals, which I think is fantastic. And so in the month of July, they are releasing a number of world building prompts for their summer camp. And so these are the first 10. And so we're going to start with the first one today, a powerful organization in your world. Powerful organization in your world. Well, based on what we know about the world so far, I think it would be great to find out more about these guardians. So I'm going to start there. What are these guardians like? And so the goal is to write 300 words for each prompt here. Okay, well, I seem to recall that in this custom guidebook that I talked about in the first time, there is actually a combination here suggested for an organization. So I think that would be a great place to start. So let's draw an agent and an attribute card, or maybe let's do 2 agent cards and 2 attribute cards, just to help my confidence level. Okay, so here to table and draw 2 agent cards. This is from Story Engine deck. Agent cards. 2 attribute cards are in the Deck of Worlds. Way of combining things. Okay, so let's see what we get here. By the way, these cards are absolutely beautiful, done with great graphic design, and they just feel really good to work with. Okay, so are these guardians actors, scam artists? Ooh, scam artist guardians, understudies, performers, grifters, misers, merchants, or investors. Let's let that percolate a little bit and look at our attribute cards. We have multilingual, known for talking birds, located on a waterway, popular campsite, gambling hub, everyone hates the weather, habitat of a giant animal, visited for good luck. And let me just show you in this custom guidebook for each combination, for many of the combinations, it has a description. And so for an organization, it says it could be a gang, a town government, or association of dentists. If you're wanting to know more about a particular organization, you can skip uh, using pulling an agent card. That's what this is referring to. So basically, instead of uh, drawing this, then you would say, I already know that my organization is a bunch of doctors or whatever. Um, okay, so not a lot more here. Let me see here. And back to the cards here. And I'm having a harder time choosing an attribute card. Hmm. Gambling hub. Huh. Okay. This one seems to fit the best. Gambling hub. If these guardians are not so such goody two shoes, they're actually an organization of merchants, and they are a gambling hub, and so their sort of guardianship of the world is because they're very invested in seeing particular outcomes happen, and so there's uh, a handful of merchants that have sort of monopolized the world, and um, through their bets, through the things that they're gambling on, they are trying to control world events and make more money. That's a wild concept, but I think I like it. Okay, well, let's start to write here. Back to uh, my notes here. Okay, so these guardians. Um, let's also see if we can come up with a good name here for these. So for this, I'm going to pull a namesake card. Uh, Truth, Narrow, Freaks, Ghosts. I like the idea that they call themselves Guardians of Truth. Yeah, but it's not like they call themselves that because they pride themselves on telling the truth, but they sort of create the truth by manipulating the world. All right, so oh, I forgot to switch cameras for that, but here's the card we were looking at, and I'm going to say that they're the Guardians of Truth. Okay, so let's go and do some writing. And you know what? I'm going to actually um, I'll edit a pause in here, but I'm going to grab some dice and we're going to see how many of these merchants there are. Okay, so how many of these merchants are there in this controlling? I'm rolling 2d6. There are 9 merchants. Okay. Okay. I'm almost tempted to actually just draw a bunch of agent cards and figure out who these people are. Uh, okay, let's find out. Okay, so let us some agent cards, and I might also draw some motivations for them. Okay. So let's see. Introvert, dreamer, from a wanderer, and an introvert. Hmm. I like the idea of having uh, one of the guardians be a dream idol, a model, god. Oh, what an idea! One of the gods has gotten involved in this. All right. Uh, yeah, cool. I like this. An outcast, punk, a foreigner, alien. Hmm. Yeah, I like this idea of an alien or something from like a far realm of some type, that has has gotten involved in this somehow. Parent, a bouncer, a guardian, or an officer. Well, calling it a guardian would be a little on the nose. Um, yeah, what if it's just a parent? Someone who has gotten into this, got kids, and just wants to create a better world. And so, in order to do so, he has fought his way to the top. A victim, a survivor, veteran, or a retiree. Oh, what if there's a survivor from the plague from 2 centuries ago, and he or she has climbed his way to the top, like that. All right, an imposter, a twin, uh, stand-in. Yeah, I like the idea that two of them are twins. So we'll actually only draw 8 of these cards because we know something about 2 of them now. A master craftsperson. Wait to see that. Um, a worker, a salesperson, or courier. I like the idea of a salesperson. Shift these a little bit so you can see them better. Okay. Salesperson, uh, prophet, an inventor, a visionary, or a painter. I like the idea of an inventor, someone who has a controlling interest worldwide. All right, an apprentice, a bookworm, student, and an amateur. Like a bookworm. Wow. Okay, this is really taking off here. Lots of cool ideas about who these people are. Okay. Cards back in the box. And we'll write this down. And we might also draw some prediction cards for them. Get this down. All right. Dreamer. God. Villain. Survivor. Salesperson. Enter. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Cool. Yeah, let's draw some motivation cards for these. So I'm sure we'll dive into some of these people as we get further into things, but right now we're just kind of casting our net pretty broadly. And maybe do a motivation and a conflict for each of them. Yeah, let's try that and see how that goes. So let's start with the dreamer. Let's find out more about this dream. Okay. This dreamer wants to end a family obligation, or he wants to connect with family through something. Um, oh, yeah, and a lot of these engine cards are sort of built to connect to an anchor card. So we'll do that as well. Tunnel, a map, a path, or a ticket. Oops. Once again, got to switch cameras. There we go. All right. It's to end a family obligation to, or connect with family through. Huh. Map, a ticket, a tunnel, or a. You end up going a little abstract with that. To betray a friend. Hmm. Let's try another card. Okay, this seems a little. This. Okay, we can do a little more abstraction here. A paradise, a seed, a forest, or a plant. Yeah, let's do a paradise. Wants to connect with family through a paradise. Um, they will have to learn to trust again. Yeah, I like this idea of someone who's trying to build um, a a paradise. And, um, they've been burned in the past because they're very much a dreamer. Um, yeah. Okay. So let's see this down. All right. Yeah. Let's leave this here for now. Let's connect with family through a paradise. Yeah, lots of cool ideas here. Okay. Let's go again. Find out more about this god. Wants to help solve the problem of, or wants to steal a victory from or with safe, bank, fortune, or a combination. Try a different here. A weapon, a war, a battleground, or a helmet. Oh, okay. It wants to help solve the problem of a war. So this god is um, trying to prevent a war from happening. Will gain the attention of their enemy. They will lose the respect of someone they admire. Yeah, let's say it's going to affect one of their relationships with one of the other deities. This other deity feels like they have a good reason to want a war. And so the fact that guardian deity wants to prevent a war is causing a rift between them. Okay. Like this. Solve the problem of a war. The respect of someone they admire. Other deity thinks they have good reason. Okay. Wow, so many cool threads here. Alright, let's go with this alien. Find out more about them. So this may not be like a, some little gray man, but it might be some kind of type of creature from a far realm. You're at all with D&D or some kind of unusual person that's not of this world originally. Okay, let's see. We have a misfit, a demon. Ooh. Oh, a monster or a genius. Let's see. Demon. Who wants to help control things in the world. Yeah, like this. Okay. What is their motivation? And so, to be clear, because a demon is going to be plain, that's sort of where we get the alien aspect. Wants to liberate or wants to gain the freedom with or from crash, a camp, a bag, or a disaster. Oh, wants to, I'm going to say, liberate, he wants to cause a disaster to happen. So he thinks, he or she or they think it's a really interesting challenge to be in competition with the other guardians. and their goal is to upset the balance and cause some horrible disaster. But they're playing a long game in that they are trying to control the world first and then use that control to precipitate this disaster. Very cool. All right. Let's see who's next. Okay, now we're gonna do a parent. This is gonna have some, I feel like some similarity to this dreamer who wants to connect with family. We'll see how that goes. Okay. So, parent who is a gardener, caretaker, conservationist, or a curator. Maybe it's maybe they're not a literal parent, they're like a foster parent to many children or people, wants to end conflict, wants to get revenge with or on. Church, a grave, a puzzle, or a flower. Caretaker who wants to end a conflict, the church. So there's one particular religion who is who's in a conflict uh, with his janitors or um, hmm, yeah. So this conflict has become so deeply embroiled that this guardian, this controller, has had to take a take take large control over uh, things to try to broker a peace between his people that he feels that he is taking care of and this church. Hmm. Interesting. There's lots of stuff to dive into there. All right. Let's see. Go on. So, to look at this survivor next. Hermit, a holy person, Messiah, or a teacher. Ooh, the idea of a messianic figure, someone who uh didn't try to come to power, but maybe like started as a small cult and took off. Um, it wants to erase a memory or restore a memory. Yeah, maybe this Messiah is trying to bring back some society that existed before the plague that was decimated. Um, ocean, compass, a shore, or a ship. Let's draw another anchor. Ocean is not a bad idea. Suitcase, a document, station, coach. Yeah, I think let's go with an ocean then. So this figure, there's some oceanic society um, that existed before the plague. Maybe he's like the last. Oh, he's the last surviving member of this society. And he wants to try to bring it back, or at least restore, uh, sort of recreate it. Give that a little bit of a okay. Cool. Okay. For these twins I want to do something a little different. Remember in the custom guidebook, there were, or actually in the story engine deck guidebook, there are several ways of combining cards here that involve like two people who ties two characters together in a dynamic two-way relationship. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's give this a try. So, for these twins, one of them, fool, a fraud, a daredevil, or a comedian. Well, I'm not going to lock that in just yet. Let's see. And their desire is they want to expose a secret or bury a secret. It will mean letting their greatest rival get ahead. Blame will fall on their closest friend. Maybe it's the other twin. Uh, Wants to expose a secret, but it will fall on the other twin. Let's find out about them. The other twin is an archivist, an archaeologist, a librarian, or a witness. Huh. Right. Witness, someone who knows their secret. Or, uh, yeah. So maybe this fraud is trying to bury their secret, but it will mean basically ruining the reputation of the other twin who knows about it. In the meantime, this other twin wants to escape, wants to find the fraud, who is something they lost long ago, or must accept a loss they have been in denial about. Find something they lost long ago. Yeah, like, uh, Okay. So the witness, this twin, has some evidence about this fraud. Right now, there's like this huge back and forth where the witness is accusing this fraud, but they don't have proof, um, and the fraud is trying to uh, destroy the witness's reputation, and the witness is trying to find evidence that they once had about this fraud, but lost it a long time ago. That's a cool idea. I like this. Okay, let's get this down. Guardians of Truth to here. Wow. All right. Huh. There's really interesting people controlling world events in this world. All right. Let's keep going. Now we've got a salesperson. This person's clearly just like in it for the money. They're trying to control the markets and get all the things. Hedonist, so like that. A shapeshifter, a pet, a beast, not like a hedonist. Wants to stop being haunted. Ooh. But wants to hide an obsession with. I like the idea that they have this void and they're just trying to uh, fill the void with all the things. Um, Stop being haunted by a staircase, a facility, tattoo, or a lock. Ooh, some kind of facility. This person had a rough upbringing. There's some organization, group that did something to them, haunts them, trying to, uh, they're trying to fill the void that leaves little things. Let's here. I'm gonna leave that facility. Uh, yeah, we'll see. We'll likely figure out more about this later. Okay, it's turning into a long video, but lots of good stuff. So an inventor. Let's see. Back cards. A hero. a rebel, a martyr, or a mentor. I like the idea that they're looked up to as a hero. Uh, to hold on to or let go of a statue, a cave, a pool, or a mineral. They will make a promise they know they cannot keep. They will swear loyalty to something or someone they abhor. Different anchor here. Nothing here is leaping out at me. It's to let go of or hold on to a decree, a court, or a nation. Wants to hold on to a nation. So this is another nation that was decimated by the plague. Swear loyalty, something or someone they before. Yeah. Yeah, let's go think about this. So, nation is struggling to decimate by plague, and trying to hold the nation together if they swear loyalty to another nation that they despise. Get there. Alright, one more. It's a wild. Alright. So we have. So this is for the bookworm. Let's see what the cards say. An expert, a virtuoso, an academic, or a child prodigy. That's actually also a good one. Let's go with an academic, though. It's to find hope in or for, wants to bring despair to or with. Atlas, an archive, a world. Uh, Academic who wants to bring despair to the world. They will have to turn against a mentor. But they will have to act against a community they belong to. I'm going to say this is kind of both. So I'm thinking there's another academic who mentored this bookworm. They came to a disagreement. So here, mainly, yeah, I'm gonna say it's mainly the mentor. So, bookworm, academic, wants to bring despair to the world. Maybe they're just like a pessimist and they want the world to how awful everything is. They will have to turn against a mentor to do so. Okay, well, we are over 300 words, and the video is 45 minutes long. So I'm gonna stop here. This is a group of guardians. Now, prompt was for an organization. I think that this is less an organization and more a group of different people who are all opposed to each other, in competition with each other. Um, I think that's okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna stop here, and so thanks for watching. I will see you again soon.